The real Antichrist is so much worse than Satan. I don't know about you, but I have PTSD from the ambushes and invasions. It was a 4-tier cake of black goo, at least for me, to 4 compartments in the brain tried to take over. The demons were just the speckles, the icing design on top, just a little few speckles on top. Oh my god. Still food. Okay, not your basic reader. You're still food. You're being asked to leave the community of still food. Food for the soul is not your soul as food. Satan is just attachment. Satan is under the Yahweh complex and very easily controlled. Nothing to fear. They all resonate at the frequency of fear. It's a game. That's level 6. The real Antichrist, so much worse than Satan, it's Ahriman. Ahriman displaces your emotions so you don't feel them. They create logic systems in the brain. And it takes you a while, if you can ever, retrieve them back into the heart to process them. Trauma does the same thing. So Ahriman is essentially a trauma trap, which is what the Matrix has become essentially because of the programming. The programming itself is the Ahriman complex. If you have an existential dread and you don't know why, you probably do know why if you're watching this channel, if I ended up in your feed. But the reason why people get existential dread is because they sense that it shouldn't be like this. There's such... life shouldn't be this way. You know, there's something greater all around us and within us. And Ahriman is it's from Zoroastrianism, I believe. It's very, very old. He's a figure that just seeks to make everything material, 3D, nothing is spirit. Doesn't believe in it. He will make you forget that you have a soul, that you have emotions, that the heart is important at all. And this is what's happening to a lot of people through connecting with technology. They seek to replace God with technology, with programs. And these programs are trauma trap loops designed to just keep you there. Oh, by the way, delete your history, your search history, your play history. In your Google account, delete it, and then you'll get new things in your algorithm, because the way it is set up right now is to keep everybody in their own little algorithm and never escape. And it's going to be hard to learn anything new if you can't escape what your algorithm is always feeding you. Also, if you don't delete the history, it will never show you a video that you've already seen, when it might be good to see one that you've already seen. So it's just another... It's always good to bypass Ahriman whenever possible, because Ahriman is always seeking to just get its hooks in you, make you forget that you have a heart, forget that you have a soul, and you have emotions that get stuck in the brain. So without being all super negative, how can we, make this positive? The devil always has a way of serving. Does Ahriman? Not really, doesn't seem like it. Or does it? So if you can defeat Ahriman, if you can get into the brain, sounds work, not just toning, like singing, vibrating your own voice along to match other sounds is very helpful. You need to think of getting a lot of sounds to break through the density that is created in the mind through Ahriman. And when that starts happening and you feel things move in your brain and clear emotions start coming up where you're actually able to feel them and you may not even know where they came from. And then maybe some memories, and this is how it serves. The memories that come right after that may have been memories that have gone through your mind over the years that didn't affect you emotionally. That's what I mean, how there's this similarity between trauma itself and Ahriman. So Ahriman will trauma trap you, just take all your emotions away. So if you can break through the Ahriman spell, then you'll notice, you'll have a greater clarity of observation of your own passing memories and thoughts, where you wondered why you kept thinking about that because you didn't think it really affected you. And after having these emotions where you don't even know where they came from be cleared after clearing the Ahriman spell out of your head, you'll be able to realize how those moments, those memories, why they're still in your head is because you were affected by them so much that you couldn't feel it at the time. And so that's trauma. That's what trauma is. You momentarily jump out of your body. When you momentarily jump out of your body, you're shocked because you're in trauma. The emotion isn't processed. And so you kind of lose yourself somewhere. And where were you? You're in that memory that keeps passing through your head. You're there. That's you that you got to get out of the past and retrieve it. And it can be sneaky because you don't even realize that was a trauma. You just think, oh, that sucked. That was just like, wow, that person. It could be like a betrayal right in your face where it didn't affect you so much at the time because they were just so dumb. You could have just thought, well, at least I'm not the one doing the betraying. Like, they're going to be in trouble with God. At least I'm not in trouble. But did you process your own emotions of how it felt to be betrayed? Or did you momentarily jump out of your body? And that just became some memory that keeps playing in a loop in your head and you don't know why. Well, I'm telling you why. You're stuck in the past. You see yourself in the past, in that memory. Go and correct the past. Go and support yourself. Let out your feelings then and there. Create an alternate past where you're there and you're present and you're feeling it as it happens. And then that past situation is resolved. You can delete it from your bio body. And most importantly, you retrieve yourself and get yourself back. Because when things suck, you have, say, addictions, you're just not present, your mind is just not there, you're slow, you don't know why, everything feels really like thick, like a cloud, and it's because you are in some kind of PTSD where you lost yourself. You jumped out of your body, and you just got to get yourself back. You got to find the pieces. Especially nowadays, because of what's going on with all the technology. This is the coming of the Antichrist. It's Ahriman. It's tech. This is what they mean by the mark of the beast. This is Revelation times. Don't sell your soul. But don't fear either. Fear not. But there is a great divide coming. New York has been coming up a lot. Christmas in July. The York means yew tree. Yew tree is the Yuletide tree. So I think there's going to be amazing luck coming. But on the other timeline could be something really shitty. Like you got to realize there's two distinct timelines now. The black tube has been cut. A lot of people recently got things taken off of YouTube really ridiculously, because I guess that was the black tube of YouTube, where you don't engage in the reality you don't want. Be really careful which path you're on. We are creators, especially if you are a twilight worker, light worker. We are creators, so create what you do want.